Hi everybody, it's Janet with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio here. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Let me just pull it up here on the computer. I don't know why as soon as I look away it just turns itself dark. So let me just hit refresh and maybe that'll get it going, huh? Tonight we're going to do just a fun little pumpkin cutout that I've got. I went into my little box of my mystery box of wood cutouts. What is it doing? There we go. Now I can see it. That way if you pop on and you say hi, I'd love to see where you're watching from. I'd really appreciate hearing from you. Anyway, I got this really cute little pumpkin cutout right there. It's a 6-inch wood cutout, and you can get them to put on the welcome door hangers and things like that. And it's also just cute just to make, you know, just cute little different pumpkins, and you can set them around on your shelves. So tonight what I've got, my friend Carol Reynolds sent me some really, really pretty napkins, and included in some of the napkins that she sent me was this really pretty fall that says, "In everything, give thanks." And now I know it's a little different from where you're watching, but I thought that is so pretty, and it'll go on just perfectly on the pumpkin here. Now, see the cutout, how it'll kind of just put it right there. So what I did was I went ahead and took the liberty of taking one of the napkins that she sent, and I've already cut it out for us so that we can kind of get a little bit of a head start, so that you see about how it's going to look. Anyway, you can basically tell. First thing I'm going to do to my wood cutout, though, is I am going to paint my wood cutout with white. And that's just to give it a nice base coat, because this little napkin, even though it looks pretty thick at this point, it has layers behind it. And you have to pull the layers off before you Mod Podge it onto the wood. See how that little layer comes off? You want to make sure you get all the layers off the back of your napkins before you Mod Podge them onto another surface. And that'll help reduce wrinkling. So the first thing I'm going to do, anyway, is I'm going to paint my little wood cutout white. I want to have just a nice base coat on my wood and around the sides of it. So I'm just going to put some right here on the top. And I'm just going to grab one of my little chip brushes here. And I'm just going to paint the whole pumpkin with white. And I've already taken the time to cut that out, so that's going to also shorten the amount of time that it takes for us to get this done. But of course, we're still going to have to wait for the wood to dry. Now, while it's drying, I'm going to get out my Mod Podge. I'm going around the edges here because I want to make sure that all the wood has some covering on it from the front. And I'm just doing a quick coat. Make sure it's all covered. And just a nice smooth layer. Now that's all I need for that. And I'm just going to throw this in the water here and rinse that off. Put my paint away. Now this is just going to take it a moment to dry. And the rest of that napkin that I cut out, I'm just going to use it to clean my brushes. Why waste it, huh? It's just more paper. Now once that's dried, what we're going to do next is we're going to put a layer of Mod Podge on the top of that. And I'm not going to wait for it to dry. I could wait for the Mod Podge to dry also, and then I could do like a heat-activated method if I wanted to do something along that line. You would heat up your iron. Once your Mod Podge is dried, heat the iron up, and then you would just lay the napkin on the top of it and use an iron at about medium to medium-high heat and just go over it. And it will basically seal it right onto your wood, and there'll be no wrinkles whatsoever. I'm not too worried about having some wrinkles on it tonight. It's just going to be a fun little wood hanger to put on the door. So I'm just waiting on this white to dry real quick here. And while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and peel the layer off of the back of my napkin. Now sometimes there's more than one layer, so you want to make sure that you look for that. And it's pretty easy to tell when you've got your napkin all the way down to the final layer, because you can see through the back of it pretty well. And if you're not sure, you can always just work a little bit on the sides of it there. Hey, Steve, thank you. I see that. I saw that there. I appreciate that. That way I know I'm on the right page and it's the right time and this is what we're supposed to be doing tonight. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take some Mod Podge. Let's see how close that is. Yeah, it's still kind of wet. I'm rushing it, aren't I? I shouldn't have cut my napkin out. That gives me nothing to do while I'm waiting on this paint to dry. And then on the Mod Podge, I'm not even going to wait for it to dry. I'm just going to put that on there. Hey, Alicia. Thanks for joining me. Oh, you love all fall things? I do too. My friends sent me these napkins and I thought they were really pretty. And I thought, well, I'm just going to put that on top of this. And the simplest way to do this stuff, I mean, for me, you just go ahead. You want to give it a nice base coat of white. And then once that's dried, we're just going to put a layer of Mod Podge right on the top of it. I've already taken the napkin and I've cut it out. I'm going to get it right on here. And then I'm going to put some decorative edging to it too. Once I get it on there. Kind of got it cut to where I can see the pumpkin humps right there. But I don't have it cut just right, I don't think. I think it goes right there. We'll see, though. It's all going to work out. I know that. I think that's going to look really pretty once I get it on there. So, all I have to do at this point, I'm waiting on this brush to just get a little bit drier, too, before I stick it in the Mod Podge. I'm going to take my Mod Podge, and this is just the matte, just water-based. And if you don't have Mod Podge, another thing that you can do is you can just use regular school glue, Elmer's glue, regular glue. Just take it and add a little bit of water to it to make it a little bit thinner. And then that's basically like the same substance, the same thickness as Mod Podge. I'm just putting a nice layer on it here, trying to get it smooth. I can see a little boogie right there in it where it's got a little piece. Let me just get that out. There we go. I hope you enjoy that witch kit, Alicia. I want to see it when you get it painted. Post a picture for us, because I want to see that. I think it'll turn out great. Okay, so now I'm just going to, while it's wet, I want it to be good and wet. Let me see if I can try to get it turned, just right here. I want the wording right at the top. Let me see if I can get it to go on here. Now, one thing about it, you can be very, very gentle. And you can lift it up. And work on these wrinkles. This one's not wanting to go down for me. I'm telling you, I'm having it. It's wanting to fly real quick. And I don't have any fan or anything running in here that's... There we go. Just take my time. Take my finger. Very gently. Just work it around. I don't want to rub real hard. If I rub hard, I'm just going to tear my napkin, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just taking my time, just rubbing it around with my finger, trying to make sure all the little air bubbles are out of it. Just working it around, all the way around the edge here. What little bits are sticking over the edge, I'm just going to work them down around with that extra Mod Podge that was on there. I'm just kind of working it to the edge of it. And if it pulls it, I'm not going to worry about it. Now, there's a little much here at the bottom. Just work this right here on the sides. Okay. Just working this down. Right on the edge there. Don't want to press too hard. got just a little much here over the edge. So I think I'm just going to flip it over. See if I can trim this extra off. Right along the back. I don't want to keep pressing too much with my finger on the front, though, because that moves it. Because it's still movable. Okay, wait a minute. I want to get just a little bit here. Where'd I put it? I put the brush in there, didn't I? Let me get this little brush. Let me get a little brush here and just dip it in the Mod Podge. I just need just a little bit to go around this edge. Brush it down the wrong way and then take my brush and bring it back the right way. What does that say? Oh, yes, definitely. Your Friday afternoon project. There you go. That's a good thing to do. That'll be fun on a Friday afternoon. I think it's supposed to rain this weekend or something, my husband was saying anyway, so may as well be at home enjoying some music and some art. That's what I like to do. Okay, that was pretty simple, man. That went on there really quick and really easy. Now all I got to do is just take it and spray it with some Krylon clear coat, and it's finished. And look at how cute that turned out. And I can put that on my welcome sign on the door. It'll look beautiful on there. I'll shoot you a picture of it. I'll post a picture when I get it on the door. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. That was really quick and a really easy one. But I appreciate you being here anyway. I'll see you again on Saturday. Bye.